Chers auditeurs,
Dear listeners,
bonjour.
welcome to Comme d'Archi Podcast Season 5.
Saison 5, dans le monde fascinant des architectes.
And in the architectural projects.
Je suis Anne-Charlotte Deponte, passionnée d'architecture et docteur des universités en histoire de l'archi.
I am one of the spokespersons of Anne-Charlotte, who is a PhD in architecture history.
Merci
Thank you
d'être avec moi aujourd'hui.
to be with us today.
Et
And
maintenant,
now,
lundi en français, place au talent.
and Wednesday, let's talk projects. In English, of course.
Bienvenue dans Comme d'Archi.
Dear listeners, good morning. This is Esther on behalf of Anne-Charlotte. It's good to meet you again in Season 5 of Comme d'Archi, Episode 14, with a text by the King Kong Architectural Office. Atelier King Kong was created in 1994 on the initiative of 4 associate architects, Paul Marion, Jean-Christophe Masnada, Frédéric No, and Laurent Portejoie, all graduates of the Bordeaux School of Architecture. Originally, they were a group of young architects who listened to the song King Kong 5 by the rebellious French group Mano Negra over and over again in the studio. Hence the name of the firm. Professional rigor quickly took over. After building numerous cultural facilities, hotels, and housing throughout France, the studio developed expertise in urban planning, infrastructure, and transportation, designing spaces to meet the urban challenges of tomorrow's city on a neighborhood, block, or building scale. In 2013, the King Kong studio was chosen to design and build the Vitry Center Station on the Noisy-Champs-Villejuif-Louis-Aragon section of Line 15 Sud in the Paris region. On this occasion, the studio set up its Paris office in the 10th arrondissement. Right now, they are still working for the 15th line of this Grand Paris Express project through the design of the Vitry Center Station. Their project consists of sliding this metro station under a large existing park. It's an organic project which offers a scenography of movement from the city to the depths and from the depths to the city, while respecting the natural context of the site. Let's develop. Let's explain the background to the Vitry Center Station, line 15 of the future Grand Paris Express metro. The Parc du Coteau, located in the heart of Vitry-sur-Seine, just a stone's throw from the town hall, escaped the urbanization of the 1960s. Surrounded by high-rise buildings, it constitutes a nature reserve for the city and its inhabitants. This public park, formerly a nursery and then a beautiful private property, transformed in the 19th century into an educational institute, has always been the object of great attention on the part of the city. As its name suggests, it links the upper part of Vitry, the hillside, to Avenue Robespierre, an ancient Roman road and major thoroughfare running from Porte de Choisy to Orly and crossing the city from north to south. Due to a lack of available sites, the Parc du Coteau was chosen as the site for one of Vitry-sur-Seine's 2 stations on line 15 of the Grand Paris Express in this dense urban context steeped in history. This is a new automatic metro line running around Paris, scheduled to enter service at the end of 2025 for this section and in 2030 for the whole line. Let's explain the project. First, the people involved in the project are the project owner, the Société du Grand Paris, the project manager in Vitry-sur-Seine Station, Atelier King Kong, the project manager Line 15 Sud-Est section, Sistra Consortium leader, ANMA Atelier King Kong, Richez Associés, Vallée des Pistres. The project follows the natural slope of the land from west to east, slipping gently beneath the park. On the surface, the impacted vegetation is fully restored. Over the entire station and its rights-of-way, the landscaping proposal follows the continuity of the preserved area and creates new relationships with its immediate surroundings. Between architecture and topography, the project dialogues with the park right down to its very depths, maintaining a deliberate ambiguity between the natural and the built. The journey from the street to the quays is a succession of experiences involving movement, light, matter and space through an imaginary world of unpredictable trees, celestial vaults, and inhabited caverns. Artist Abdelkader Benchama appropriates the walls of this subterranean universe through a graphic intervention, adding a little more to the mystery of this descent into the depths of the ground. We look forward to seeing you in 2030 when we'll be able to appreciate the entire facility. Dear listeners, thank you for tuning in. Let's meet again next week for a new Comme d'Archi in English. And until then, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening.
And thanks to the sound engineer who was collaborating with us today.
Don't forget to tune in to our previews on Instagram at Comme d'Archi Podcast. If you enjoy this podcast, don't hesitate to promote it by giving it 5 stars and a little comment on Apple Podcast or on your favorite podcast platform. And above all, subscribe to listen to all of our episodes for free. See you soon, and until then, take care of yourself.